Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Thursday. How's everybody doing? I am Martez Raphael Kirkland, and welcome to Real Talk with your MRK Coffee in the morning. And I hope you guys got your coffee in the morning. I got my coffee I've been sipping on, and I hope you guys have woken up to a great day. I'm here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The sun is shining, and I believe it's going to be a great day. Welcome to my 8th episode of my podcast that I've started. We've been going strong for about 8 days, 8 episodes, and we here Mondays through Fridays. The podcast usually airs 10:30 to 11:30, and what I do is we talk about situations, we talk about life, we talk about what's going on in the communities. We definitely recognize people, and we just have good old dialogue and conversation about topics that some people don't really want to talk about. So we definitely take a deep dive into different topics that we talk about each and every day. And I give you my perspective, my opinion, and my viewpoint on it. And if you agree, you agree. If you don't, I guess we agree to disagree, and we keep it on and we keep moving. We are real. I am transparent. I am honest. So hey, I honestly share some of my real stories and everything. So nothing fake, nothing artificial. Everything here is basically real. So let's go ahead and move on to the next segment of this podcast. Terrific Thursday, as I'm gonna call it, Terrific Thursday, because we almost to the end of the week. So today is terrific. Like I said, I am your host, Martez Raphael Kirkland, and we're gonna move to the morning inspiration. Right? What inspires you? What has inspired you thus far this morning, today? You have grand rising to you, all my TikTok followers, my TikTok viewers. If you're on there, if you're on Facebook, make sure you like it, share it. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click that button that says like. Do that for me, and I really appreciate that. That's how you can support this podcast. So the morning inspiration, I got a quote here. And a quote that I came across that really caught my eye and caught my attention was, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." Do y'all hear me? You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. All right. And how that resonates with me is when I seen the quote is that I'm 45 years old, and we talk in our circles with our friends, our families, and everything. We make jokes about like whatever it is that you're doing, especially if you're like an athlete, right? Man, you're too old for that. Or man, your body's wearing down, man, or you can't do that no more. Or if you're an artist, whether you're a singer in whatever genre it is, man, I know you ain't gonna go out there and try to start a music career. And a lot of times, what happens, the individuals that are around us, the people that we communicate with, or friends associated or acquaintances, sometimes they can be are the people that don't really support us, don't really inspire us, that don't really motivate us to do those type of things, because society has said that, you know what, certain things you are too old to even do, you are too old to even start thinking about pursuing. And this is what you should be doing. You're 45, you're 50. Why are you going to start this thing? When did this come about? But in reality, in my mind, nobody knows my thought processes, knows what passions I have, knows what's inside of me. They don't know when I was a little boy what aspirations and dreams I may have had when I was 5, when I was 10, when I was 15. And maybe through life and some circumstances changed my direction on me pursuing those dreams, right? Whatever reason, life happens, right? So the quote, it says, "You are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream." No matter. And so I want to say this, that inspired me, because a lot of things that a lot of people probably see me doing, because all they have known me for is, oh, that's Sergeant, Staff Sergeant, Sergeant First Master Sergeant Kirkland in the Army, or that's Coach K, or that's Coach Kirkland. And for the most part, especially in Fayetteville, North Carolina, everybody knows me as coaching and being in the Army and being with my kids, but they don't know what's locked inside his chest right here. They don't know what's locked inside his mind. And a lot of them, because I don't share a lot of the things that I've done or the things that I want to pursue, because people can be very pessimistic and negative and non-supporting. So, you can't show them all your faces, right? I'm by nature, I'm a Gemini, so I do have many faces in a good way, meaning I got many talents. I'm a Renaissance man, and my mind stays busy. So with me basically saying that, no matter how old you are, where you are in your life, dream the dream, all right, and pursue your dream. Don't let anybody tell you what you cannot, will not do, because you control your destiny along with God. No man on this earth, no woman on this earth controls what you can and cannot do and how successful you will actually be in that. All right. So again, you are never too old to set another goal or dream another dream. See, that resonated with me because a lot of our visions, a lot of our goals, a lot of the things that we do, it starts off with that. It starts off with the dream. It starts off with the vision. When you take those dreams and you turn those visions into a reality, guess what? You have accomplished a goal. You have accomplished something that you had inspired to do. So do not let anybody tell you what you cannot do or will do. All right. You set the tone for yourself. Keep on dreaming. No matter how old you get, keep on pursuing the things that you love to do, the things that are passionate to your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. So keep dreaming a dream and never stop dreaming, y'all. That is the morning inspiration. All right, real talk. All right, real talk. Man, let's go on to today's shout outs. And today's shout out goes to a special person dear to me. A special person that is dear to my heart. I believe this person deserves all their flowers, all their roses, and get recognition and a shout out that they deserve. This person's name is Chastine Ism. Today is her birthday. And I want to tell her happy birthday from yours truly, Martez Raphael Kirkland. And I hope your day is wonderful, full of blessings, full of joy, and full of love. All right. Now, Chastine Ism, she is my girlfriend, her beautiful soul, beautiful, sweet soul. And I definitely want to make sure that I'm going to put her up here with all the queens of the queens and everything. Because today, just like every day, all right, she is a queen. I think you're a beautiful soul. I love who you are. I know God is going to continue to bless you with an abundance of life each and every day, and it's only going to get better. I'm not going to tell everybody her age. She is very young. She's young in mind, body, and soul. She is very beautiful. She is very stylish. She is very creative, and now she's very sweet. So therefore, baby, a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh my goodness. And that's today's shout out to Chastine Ism. Let's go ahead and get to the next thing, the next part. Man, how's your TikTok? Happy birthday, Nick. Oh, thank you, Nikki. I know she appreciate that. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to go ahead on TikTok. Make sure you guys go ahead and double tap that screen, share this live out. All right. Hey, you guys can view this on TikTok at 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Mondays and Fridays. All right, real talk with your boy MRK. I dream big, baby. Coffee in the morning. All right, so let's keep on. Let's keep on moving on. All right, today's current events. What are today's current events for Thursday? All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna talk about sports first. All right, so if you're a sports fanatic, all right, I'm a basketball. You don't know, I'm a basketball coach. All right, I've been coaching for years. Been coaching around this community. I have my own AU organization. I started it back in 2008. All right, and it was TCA, stands for True Champions Athletics. That whole TCA, it actually be TCA Pistons, and now it's TCA Team Fayetteville. I'm coming back into the actual resurgence of the third. Some great, wonderful, pleasure to travel ball scene, but definitely. See, we're gonna talk about the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell, right? D'Angelo Russell the other night, right? The Hawks fans, they chanted, "We don't want you," right? So if you don't know, there's been some trade rumors in the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell being traded for Dejounte Murray. D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers going to the Atlanta Hawks for Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray is a younger player. He's a really good player. So therefore, what happened? What's going on? But hey, definitely. I think, man, they definitely was a disrespect to that, man. The whole stadium was in there, the arena was in there chanting, "We don't want you, we don't want you," which is crazy, right? Which is crazy. And I know that, hey, as a player, any type of level of player, man, that has to be mind-blowing. It has to be very nerve-wracking, and it's hard to play under those conditions because every game and everything that you do is being assessed. Everything that you do is being put under a microscope. So we all know that it's hard to play with LeBron James, right? I am a LeBron James supporter, fan. The man has put the work in, so I definitely understand the type of caliber player he is that, team wants to put around a solid, especially point guard around him to give him the best chance of winning. And evidently, the Lakers have been up and down this year. They're pretty much back in the same place they was yet last year, especially after winning that in-season tournament. And they got D'Angelo Russell on the chopping blocks. They got him on the chopping block. And I'm telling you, in the rumors of Dejounte Murray trade, the Atlanta Hawks was like, "No, we don't want you." And they chant, "We don't want you. We don't want you." I'm going to be honest, man. As a player, man, there has to put a knife in your confidence, man. And how can you perform under that situation? That's crazy. So, hey, wish the best for D'Angelo Russell, man. I hope maybe the Lakers can get it together. Maybe he can start getting on the roll. I think he actually had his last couple of games have been very strong. So I'm thinking he's hearing the noise. He's gotten the message. And it's two things. Either he plays his way to stay in LA, or he plays his way to be a valuable asset for a trade commodity. All right, so that's sports. Hey, that's all I'm gonna hit on sports, man. We can be all day talking about sports, football, baseball. Adam Silver getting a $350 million 7-year contract. I might want to talk about that. This man got an extension for 7 years for $350 million. That is the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver. And what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he deserves that much? I mean, I don't know, because you got the position that he's in and all that he probably has to do, the amount of responsibility and stress that he has. I mean, I guess, is it warranted? $350 million, multi-millionaire? Is it warranted? Maybe so. I don't know. I'm not in that position. I would think, because there's so much other stuff that we don't see or understand behind the scenes about that job and that position. And who was me to count somebody's pockets? I'm telling you, if that was me signing that extension, I wouldn't care what anybody thinks. But who am I to count somebody's pockets and everything? But hey, Wish you the best, Adam Silver. I hope you continue to do a good job. I think he's done a pretty decent job since the old commissioner stepped down and he passed away. Rest in peace. David Stern, that's what his name is, David Stern. So, hey, continue to keep moving the NBA, progressing the game of basketball, because I definitely love the game of basketball, man. But, hey, let's keep on moving with the current events. Current events, man. Let's talk about politics, man. I really don't have anything particular to talk about on politics, because I hate politics, but we're going to talk about it anyway, right? We'll talk about it anyway. In the world of affairs of politics and everything, what do you think Joe Biden is doing? What is going on, man? I believe, history repeats itself. And God forbid if America ends up back in another war, right? And let alone, could we be on the verge of World War III? With all the conflicts that are going on in the world at this time, man. With everything that is going on in the Middle East, Ukraine and Russia. I'm telling you, if you look back throughout history and the last two world wars and conflicts, these are how these world wars start. It wasn't just like in one, isolated to one area, right? Even in World War I, it took us a while to get involved in that. World War II, right? So there were different pockets and conflicts that was happening at one given time, and then eventually we got into a war with Germany, especially in World War II, because of Pearl Harbor, with the attack of Pearl Harbor. And basically, as America, we had no choice because we had to defend our freedoms. And we ended up in World War II. And I'm gonna be honest. I am a big, supporter of historical events and historical facts, because history will tell you what the future may be. If you pay attention, history will tell you what the future may be. And I'm gonna be honest, what's going on right now, Afghanistan, I guess we shouldn't have pulled out. You know, we went over there, displaced Afghanistan and Iraq from their natural state of their governments and leaders. And we had to take on the brunt of ensuring that they were, I guess, stable somehow, and putting back the infrastructure of the government and how their laws and how they live. And when we did that, I don't think people really understood that. That's why we was over there for 20 years. When we leave, guess what? What do you think is going to happen out of there? It's going to go right back to the same thing, because you have the same individuals with the same mind frames and agendas. All they gonna do is just sit around and fester until we up and leave. So therefore, we've created a place where I guess we forever in time have to be involved in that area. You know, and 9 times out of 10, have we made it more unstable? I've been to Iraq. I've been to the war. I've seen that place. I've seen the country. I've seen how the army is. I've seen how they people live. You know, it's crazy to say maybe those powers that be, maybe it was best for them to be in power, because, you know, the region was in a way stable. We was able to control in a way. But hey, we took on the responsibility of going over there and displacing that country with their leaders, even though they were bad, and trying to implement the government and like the way of our society, right? Which it doesn't work. You know, when we try to go over to the eastern side of the world and implement our way of life, it doesn't work. That's like going into somebody's house, trying to tell them how to live. It doesn't work. All right, it doesn't work. So hey, I don't know what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna watch, try to keep up to date with the current events, and see how this unfolds and everything. And I definitely gonna give a shout out and a prayer to all our armed forces. Hey, be safe over there. As you guys fight the wars, as you guys continue to fight these conflicts, and I guess the best interest of the United States, hey, stay safe, keep your head low. All right. All right, let's continue. Let's go on to into the world of entertainment. So what's going on in the world of entertainment? Let's see. All right, and we're going to talk about, everybody understands about Cat Williams, right? Cat Williams, all right, he put it out there about the industry of entertainment and acting, especially Black men actors, what they have to do to get to have a successful career in the world of acting. They gotta wear dresses, they have to perform in this type of genre to be able to get that notoriety and that fame, which is crazy, right? And now Terrence Howard is speaking up for Cat Williams. He has revealed why he left Hollywood, why he left. And Terrence Howard, to me, man, he is a good actor. I definitely liked him, especially in the Best Man when he first came on the scene, and he did other movies. He did Hustle Flow, and everything. And he didn't win an Oscar for that. And also, if you know, he also spoke about how much he actually got paid total for that movie. He didn't get paid a lot. He did not get paid a lot. So Terrence Howard has spoke up and said that it is true. It is true that, the Hollywood industry, the entertainment industry for actors, Black male actors, they do push them to wear a dress, which is crazy. It's almost like a controlling mechanism. If you want this fame, if you want this money, if you want these roles, this is what you have to do. And it almost, to me, stems back to slavery. The slave masters controlling the slaves and the slave drivers getting the slaves to work and how they want them to work and everything. It's almost like another way of being able to say, hey, we are still in control. If you want to be successful, guess what? You got to put these strings on your hands, on your shoulders and everything, and allow us to dangle you around. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I know for a fact that I won't or would never ever subject myself to that. I don't care how much money you dangle in front of me. I don't care how much notoriety or famous I can get by doing that. I would never sell my soul to the devil. So that's what happens, or that's what they're talking about when these actors, these musicians are selling their soul for the devil, or selling their soul to the Illuminati or whatever. I mean, there's so much stuff that's going on with this that is coming out. I'm telling you, man, 2024 must be the year of truth. 2024 must be the year of revealing, because it's coming out. So let's know what Terrence Howard said, y'all. All right, so you heard it from Cat Williams, man. And the industry basically is revengeful, it's hateful, it's dirty. It's they make you do these things to put a dress on. And he said it. He said they were continuing trying to make him put a dress on in the roles that he had. And he was like, I'm not doing it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fighting against that. And I know that I'm a good actor. I know that my talent is this. And I can't get the roles that I want, those leading roles. His career can't propel like some of those that have propelled. All right, we're not gonna talk about them, some of their names. So I'm gonna tell you, in everything that we do and everything that you do, I think there's always like a circle of like the good old boy system, or the people, the powers that be, the gatekeepers. If you do this, I will give you this. If you do this, I will make sure that this goes well for you. And he was like, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that. And I understand it because I wouldn't do it either. Get that? I wouldn't do it either. All right. Well, that completes current events, sports, politics, and entertainment. We're going to go ahead and move on to the hot topic of the day. What is the hot topic of the day? Let's get into it. Colorism among the Black community. I'm going to say it again, y'all. This is an spoken about subject. Because this ain't something that we talk about all the time in our circles or with our friends or even with our families, co-workers. We don't talk about stuff like this. I don't know if maybe it's too complicated. I don't know. Maybe it's too difficult. Maybe it hurts too much to talk about it. But let's talk about it. Real talk, let's talk about it. All right? Colorism among the Black community. Let's get into it. This is what, and this reads from the National Conference for Community and Justice, all right, the NCCJ. So this is what they said, right? They said the toxic legacy within the Black community, right? Colorism is a symptom of racism that is an issue presenting itself with the Black community for quite some time. The cause and effect of colorism are passed down from generation to generation. Colorism within the Black community goes overlooked. It does. Some people are naive to the fact that it doesn't exist. They are. Others have little knowledge of colorism. Very naive, very naive. Many lack the knowledge of the colorism in the society. Mothers often find themselves discussing not only how to be Black parents, but also how to parent Black children in the world that is surrounding racial inequality. However, we rarely talk about parenting in regards to colorism. This is true. I don't remember my parents really talking to me about it. I had to go through it. All right, then it goes on to say, we often see colorism portrayed in TV shows such as Martin, featuring Martin Lawrence and Tisha Campbell, and movies such as Nina, featuring Zoe Saldana. Both are popular within the Black community. Both have some representation of colorism, whether it is a love interest with a lighter complexion or respected more than the dark-skinned friend who's unrepresented, or an Afro-Latinx actress cast to portray a woman with darker skin. For the role, Zoe wore a prosthetic nose and skin color, altering her makeup to mimic Nina's appearance. All right, Nina. Hey, this goes back to with colorism, man. I mean, for decades, years. I mean, you remember what is it, blackface? I mean, there's so many different depictions in movies and things that are telling you that colorism has been around for years, right? So it goes on to say, so what the differences between colorism and racism discrimination? Let me educate y'all, right? Because I don't truly believe some of us honestly know the difference, right? And luckily, I've been educated earlier on about what it was. My time in the Army, because I served as an equal opportunity representative leader. So that basically, allowed me to be educated on it. All right, so this is the difference, okay? Colorism is a practice of discrimination by which those with lighter skin are treated more favorably than those with darker skin. I've experienced that. Colorism often happens within the same race. It does. I've experienced that. I can remember coming up in school in my early years, from elementary, from middle school, and even in high school. Friends, kids would pick with me because of my dark pigmentation. The lighter individuals will be favored upon, the girls in the school would like the light-skinned or brown-skinned brother instead of the dark-skinned brother. I would get picked on. I've been called black toast, burnt toast, blackie, bar grease. I could go on and on and on, right? So let me continue on, right? What did I say? Okay, colorism often happens within the same race. Okay, we talked about that. Now, what is racism? So we understand the difference. Racism, the individual cultural and institutional beliefs and discriminations that systematically oppresses people of color, Blacks, Latinos, as Native Americans and Asians. Discrimination. Discrimination is the mistreatment of an individual or group based on their social membership, regardless of their social power. All right. So you can be discriminated by anything. You can be discriminated because your fingers are too long. You can be discriminated because you have big feet. I don't like anybody that has big feet. Okay. All right. So anyone can experience discrimination. However, people of color, specifically Black people, experience the most discrimination. Absolutely. So when you put all this together, and then we have to deal with colorism within our race, it's almost like we are all in every angle, in every aspect, we're torn down. We are oppressed for whatever reason. We're discriminated against. We are discriminated because of what we look like, who we are, where we come from. Then there's racism. And then our own people, colorism. Let's talk about it. All right. So let me talk about the history of colorism, right? Let's dive deep into it, because that's what I told y'all what we do on Real Talk, all right, with your boy MRK Coffee in the morning, right? We talk about, I'm gonna tell y'all the history, right? See, colorism, it began during slavery. And to be honest, it might have begun before that, because there's no historical facts about in Africa. I know they were tribal wars and hating and fighting against different tribes. So we honestly can say colorism was back then, but shoot, everybody in Africa pretty much is pretty dark skin tone, right? Depending on if you're Egyptian or Ethiopian, or in South Africa. But we know the white South Africans are really not not African, because they came from like England and Europe, in Europe, so they were colonized there. All right, so let me go ahead and continue on. All right, colorism began during slavery. Slave owners would often rape their slaves who gave birth to light-skinned children. Slave owners gave those with light-skinned preferential treatment, right? Those with light skin are assigned domestic tasks, while those with dark skin and to work outside in the fields. Oh, you black darky, go out there and pick that cotton. That's what you need to be out there doing, sweating that crystal out of your system, right? And the lighter, put them in the house. Put them in the house as maids and butlers and nannies, right? That's what happened. Doing much more demanding tasks, lighter-skinned slaves were not only the product of slave owner raping a slave, but others believed them to be better, smarter, and more beautiful. And see, that still goes on today. We still are seeing it. Some people are experiencing it. I have experienced it. I definitely have gone through that. Like I said, because of my color, I experienced it in high school, middle school, and elementary school. Because kids are they can be mean. They don't care. There's no common courtesy, because they're learning. They're not as mature as adults. But shoot, adults do it. I have experienced it from women. I've heard women say, I don't want a dark-skinned man because I want my babies to be light. I was married. My first wife, I was married to. I knew she was, because when she got mad, she had anger issues. She had mental illnesses. And so when she'd get mad and she would lash out at me, right, she would say it in a hateful manner, in a hateful way. Get your black away from me, you ugly black. Like, I'm telling you. So I knew that she didn't really like the dark-skinned, dependent. And I got it. Y'all saying, well, she married me. She married me because I got her pregnant and everything, and then she probably felt like she had no choice, and she didn't know what she was going to do. And maybe she was trying to do the right thing, but deep down inside, I started to feel that she didn't really like me. She hated me. She hated this black man based off the way she treated me. She cut me, she scarred me up. She did all those things when she was angry, right? And she lashed it out, right? Which sticks with me today. And I'm okay, because I'm very open and transparent, right? My journey, my experiences makes me who I am today. I'm okay, right? So again, let's continue on. How does colorism affect the Black community? Well, I just gave you my experience of how it affects me, or how it affected me. All right, I share one when I being in the army. I remember having a soldier, right, dark skinned. I thought she was very dark skinned, but she was beautiful. She was a beautiful young lady. She was, at the time, you know, I say young lady. I probably was about 6-7 years older than her. But at the same time, she would always make it a point to talk about how she did not want to be with a man that was the same complexion as her or darker than her. That she wanted to make sure that she would she would marry and be with someone of lighter complexion. So therefore, when she had a child, that child would not be as dark as her. And I would say, and I remember having a conversation with her, and I said, wow. I said, it's almost like I get in the sense that you hate yourself. You hate the color that God has made you. So therefore, you're trying to compensate with trying to reverse that, ensuring that your children are not of that color, because in your mind, you view them and that color, that complexion, to be ugly and worthless. I felt some type of way, because me being a dark-skinned complexion man, I'm like, wow, this is what you think of us. Your own people. Which you can't blame nothing but society. Y'all do it. We do it. You can't blame them. All right. So what did I leave off at? All right. So we talked, despite the effects that colorism had within slavery, it still thrives to this day. Research shows that dark-skinned women are less likely to be married than a lighter-skinned woman. However, colorism manifests in other ways. The difference in pay rates between darker-skinned and lighter-skinned men mirrors the difference in pay between whites and blacks, which is a shame. Darker-skinned women are given longer prison sentences than lighter-skinned counterparts, and this discrimination starts very young. If you are a dark-skinned girl, you are 3 times more likely to be suspended from school than the light-skinned peers. It is something about, I guess, almost think about it. When the sun is shining, when you wake up in the morning, you feel a little bit better, and then you like, oh, it's sunny, it's shining outside. But when it is a dark overcast, right, what happens? Naturally, you feel kind of bogged down, and you're like, man, it's raining outside. Look at the clouds out. So I guess it changes your mood. That's how people of different complexions are treated. It is true. It is true. Because the society we live in looks at light being nice, beautiful, and dark being evil, dark. Just like how white people, I'm going to say it, how most white people, I ain't going to say most white people, most racist white people, let me correct myself, be politically correct. When they see a black person, they look down on them. They think they're bad. They think they're drug dealers or thugs and all that good stuff, which is crazy. All right, so it also says colorism is often seen in toy history as well. In fact, researchers show an experiment conducted by Kenneth and Mamie Clark in the 1940s that revealed a preference for white dolls by black and white children. Despite the attempts since the experience to create more equal educational opportunities for all children, replications of Clark's work consistently reveals similar results. Yes, we repeat it each and every day. I see it. My 6-year-old daughter, I've seen it when she got into dolls, and I'll take her to the store, and she would always pretty much pick that right down. So I had to kind of direct her and guide her and say, no, baby. And I told her this. Why don't you get a doll that looks like you? Because you are beautiful. Look at your skin tone, baby. Look at how you look. Hey, get something that represents you. You're not being discriminatory or racist, but hey, don't put yourself down. That's what I believe. It was something that took place that she dealt with within daycare or school that made her direct her to that white down. And I felt that was so heart-wrenching to me. Embrace your beauty, embrace your color complexion, love. That's what I tell her. You are a black queen, and don't let nobody ever tell you that. Black beautiful queen. Don't let nobody ever tell you otherwise. All right. So he goes on to say, it seems like we teach our black and brown youth that having a lighter skin complexion is the trend. It's not. We see colorism within the media platforms, music and the entertainment industry world, the medical field, etc. Children grow up to believe that the depiction of their family, social media, TV shows, etc. is the new beautiful. Black women are often placed in categories. All right, so for instance, in the popular film, Straight Outta Compton, this is what they did. A casting call for women was released, right? And what people find is quite disgusting and degrading, right? This is what they did. The casting call provided the following information. I want y'all to listen to this. It does go on. It does go on. If you don't believe it and you're not a believer or you just want to have your heads in the clouds, this goes on in every type of scenario and venue, right? In the world, in the society, the communities that we live in, right? So, A, for the girls, for the women, this is what this is what the criteria was. They needed to be these are the hottest of the hottest models, must have real hair, no extensions, very classy. Looking great bodies. You can be black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Mid-Eastern, or mixed race too. B, these are fine girls, long natural hair, really nice body, small waist, nice hips. You should be light-skinned. Beyonce is the prototype here, age 18 to 30. C, these are African American girls, medium to light-skinned with weave, age 18 to 30. And then last but not least, these are African American girls, poor, not in good shape, medium to dark skin tone. I read 1, 2, 3, 4 types of things that they were looking for, and they rated them, and they listed them from the greatest to the lowest. All right, number A, they was casting for these are the hottest of the hottest. Models must have real hair, no extensions, very classy, looking great bodies. You can be black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Mid-Eastern, or mixed race too. Now the last criteria, or the last one that they probably didn't want to take, but they had to put it on there, right? Listen to what they say, right? This is disgusting and very degrading. These are African American girls, poor, not in good shape, medium to dark skin tone. So they had to throw the dark skin tone in there to ensure that, hey, this is not what we are really looking for. So if you are dark skin complexion, you don't even fit closely to what we're looking for. So don't even try. So it's crazy. So it goes on to say, although black women experiences more effects of colorism, black men also face colorism. Colorism paints light-skinned men to be feminine or soft. From personal stories, dark-skinned and light-skinned women would choose to be with light-skinned men, to have babies who are light-skinned. So it says light-skinned men go through it too. And light-skinned women, light-skinned men, they say light-skinned men, oh, they soft. Light-skinned men ain't hard, or they got feminine ways. So the same way as dark complexion black men and women have their colorisms, light-skinned women and men have it too. Just like with light-skinned women, what they say, they red bone, light bright. We got to stop doing this to our own people. We got to stop doing this to each other. We come in all types of different colors, shapes, and sizes. But we got to stop this. Love our people, love our color. dark, whatever your preference is, it's okay. But let's not down each other. So how can we eliminate the colorism? How can we eliminate this? Right? So they talk about there are countless research and personal stories that expose the effects of colorism within the Black community. However, how can we change the narrative? Let's start by teaching our youth about the colorism. We must check ourselves and others when we identify colorism. We must also keep in mind that colorism does not only affect dark-skinned women, it also affects light-skinned women. Light-skinned women are frequently called names such as red bone, light bright, or high yellow, just like I stated. Light-skinned women are often alienated because of their perceptions that lighter-skinned women are more beautiful or more valued. Colorism is not limited to just Black community. It would not be an acceptable form of racism. Stop allowing colorism to separate us. See, Black people, my Black community, we are already getting separated by so many different other things and being distracted on keeping us united. We can't do it ourselves. You see, we've been breaded. We've been brainwashed to hate each other. The crabs in the barrel of the bucket. That we can't be great. We can't be all beautiful at the same time. We got to stop this. We got to stop this. All right? So this colorism, we got to put an end to it. We got to just cease it. And we got to move on. We got to do better. All right? All that information came from the National Conference for Community and Justice, NCCJ. All right, you can find that and everything that I discussed it on the hot topic for today about colorism. That was the hot topic for today. Now we're going to move on, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and embraced the information that I actually gave you guys about colorism. Go ahead and look it up for yourself, do your research on your own. But we're going to move on to the MRK music pick of the day. And the music pick of the day goes to Mooney Long, Made for Me. Mooney Long, Made for Me, man. And I want to talk about that as we listen to her. Let me go ahead and bring it up right quick. All right, here we go. I think she's a very, very, very dope artist. Mooney Long. Her writing skills, if you don't know, she was writing for a lot of artists before she actually started her solo career. And you know, she was in the back fold and she wrote a lot of hits, and in which it shows her wide range of talent. And she, of course, she had the hers, mines, and all that good stuff. Now she dropped another hit called Made for Me, and it's a single out. Everybody is doing TikTok videos to it and everything. And so let's take a look. Let's take a listen to it. Here we go. This is Mooney Long. It's called Made for Me, y'all. Sip on your coffee, y'all. I know the words. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, this is Real Talk with your boy MRK. We need to pick up the day. Like, good, y'all. So we jamming here, y'all. This music pick of the day. It's all right, man. That is the MRK music pick of the day. Mooney Long made for me. Dope track. It's on top of the charts right now. It is it's a sensation with TikTok, Instagram, and all social media outlets. You guys, man, hey, check it out, man. She's a dope artist. Give her flowers. I definitely love it and everything. And I'm a man, but hey, and she's she's a female singer, but hey, I definitely rock with her. So that is the MRK music pick of the day. Go ahead and check her out. I'm not quite sure you guys know where to find her. She's on all the music stream platforms. So go ahead and check it out, man. So let's go ahead and move on now. The next thing, it is the question of the day. Y'all want to know what the question of the day? Y'all double tap that screen, TikTok. Y'all want to know what the question of the day is? All right, so I'll pose this question for each and every one of you. I want you guys to really think hard about it. I really want each and every one of you guys to take a deep dive into this question. It is, why do females make Valentine's Day so important? Why do females make Valentine's Day so important? Why is it so important to y'all? Because there's 65 days in a year. And I guess we can say this about a bunch of different little holidays, right? And it just seems, man, it's across the board, right? And I got it. Valentine's Day is really not just supposed to be for females, it's supposed to be for everybody because it's supposed to be a day of love. But if you understood the true meaning of the origin of Valentine's Day, you might not want to celebrate it. And I got it, it's all in fun. But you put so much pressure on the man, just like we put pressure when Christmas time comes around, when birthdays come around, and you know, you want something. You want a little gift. You want to be recognized, And I'm gonna be honest. I think that you guys should not put so much pressure on your man. You should not put so much pressure on your husband. You should not put so much pressure on your friend that you're talking to and getting to know. Because if you guys are putting all your chips and marbles in one basket on a day that they call Valentine's Day, right? I guess, and they set that side out of 365 days a year and say that this is the day that you show me that you love me. And in all else fails, and that man may not get you maybe what you want or do the things maybe how you want him to do it for that day, then I think you're looking at love all wrong, babe. I think you're looking at love all wrong. Because then you might want to check your relationship and check the foundation and the solidness of your relationship. Because if your relationship is predicated on that day, then I don't think your relationship is as strong as you think. Why put that pressure on that man to go out and get you something and do something and spend you money on you and cater to you and everything when he got 364 other days to do that. Ladies, you say you special, right? You say you one of a kind, right? So why would you want to date it what everybody else has? Why would you want a day to share that everybody else has or everybody else wants to have or whatever? I'm like this. I can make a Valentine's Day for you. I can make a day, whatever your name is, this is gonna be your day. But you forget about, you got birthdays, you got anniversaries, you got regular days. So don't get bent out of shape if that man don't propose to you on Valentine's Day. If that man don't take you somewhere expensive and extravagant on Valentine's Day. Don't get mad if he doesn't get you that gift that you want on Valentine's Day, because there's a couple of things. He may not be able to. He may have bills to pay. And there's other things that are honestly a priority than getting you a gift on Valentine's Day. Stop getting so bent out of shape about a day that somebody or a group of people said that we're going to call this the day of love. I don't need a day to tell me to show you how much I love you. I don't need a day. Now, if I want to be involved and get into the festivities of it and everything because it's fun and that's what we do and you like that, I got that. But don't make it as if it's a what is it? A deal breaker. Don't make it as if it's a deal breaker. Baby, I got you. I got 364 days to show you that, guess what? I love you. I care for you. I want to be with you. I like you. I admire you. I think you a great girl, a great woman. I got 364 days to do that. I don't need a society or a set day that someone has told me to say that, to tell you that I love you. I don't need that day. See, it's like somebody said, like, people make a huge deal out of having to have gifts and such, are those that need tons of money for useless things, right? We make up these things in these days so we can go out there and spend our hard earned money, right? I'm gonna say this: even if you're with someone that you've been talking to for a week or a month and everything, and the relationship may not be very serious, and maybe you guys are just trying to figure it out if you guys really want to be with each other and you're quote unquote dating, or you just start, don't make it as if that man or that woman needs to give you something. I'm gonna be honest. My mother told me a long time ago, if I gotta spend a lot of money on a woman and feel like I'm forced or pressured to buy and get her things and pay her car note and pay her bills, then that ain't the woman for me. I remember that. And then vice versa. If a man is pressuring you to do whatever, then that man ain't for you. Allow me to do what I want to do because I'm feeling the need to do it for you because I want to. Like, there's something about you that makes me want to make you happy, see you smile, and be able to go out there and spend my money on you because I want to, not because you have forced me and given me an ultimatum and I make it feel like it's an obligation. Because when it becomes a responsibility, it's like work. It's like a job. Let me do what's on my heart, what's in my spirit, because I like to see you smile. I like to see you happy. And if that so happened to be on Valentine's Day because I want to do that, then hey, just allow that to manifest naturally. Don't force it. You better give me something on Valentine. Girl, he didn't give me nothing on Valentine. Man, he got me this one little rose and everything, and everything. You complain. I'm glad God has given me the characteristics and made me the person who I am to appreciate anything and everything that I get. I don't ask or like, oh my goodness, this is what you got me? What kind of present is this? Oh, you didn't do it. No, baby. I'm happy that you're in my presence. Your time and your presence is all I need. And don't take me so literally. Now, I do want someone to, do things. But I mean, I think that comes with time. That comes with the building of the relationship as you get real closer to each other. And I tell my woman, I tell her, hey, you get me what you want me to give me. And there's no pressure. Because I guess I've been used to not getting through the women and the wives that I have. I'm always used to the one doing. And I'm okay with that because I love giving gifts and I love doing things and seeing the person that I'm with that I love and I care for a smile. But that's not through pressure. So I'm just, I mean, and maybe I don't know, why do women view Valentine's Day as so important? Right? Why? I got somebody that said because Valentine's Day is the day where they get to express their feelings without feeling too out of place or weird, since other girls would also do the same if she liked a popular guy. It can also be a day for a girl who's taken to spend a special day with her loved one, a day celebrated only once a year. That's bull crap. If you can't prioritize me in your life to set aside a day, or you can't prioritize me enough to set aside one day, if you want to talk about time, maybe to take off from work, to be with me, to show me that you love me, care for me, and view me as being special, or however it is, you don't need that. Man, Valentine's Day is a bunch of bull crap. Will I indulge in it? I would indulge in it for my daughters. I did. I get them a little rose and a box of candy and some gifts and everything because I know the pressures of society. But it's not because I was forced to it. I want to, I still want to see them happy. But I'm not going all out. I ain't going to break the bank, babe. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Come on now. There's 364 days in a year to be able to celebrate our love and to celebrate how I feel about you. And for us to show each other how we feel about each other. I don't need Valentine's Day. Next thing you know, they're going to come up with another day. They got all these national holidays, the National Co-worker Day, National Neighbor Day, National Enemy Day. Come on, man. Baby girl, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate you. We got to do better, man. You see what I'm saying? Y'all understand? Why do females make Valentine's Day so important? How you doing? Why is it that important to you guys? I thought the anniversary is pretty much more important because if you are married, and I'm talking to married folks, isn't that the day that you kind of profess and show your love? Wouldn't that day be the greatest day of you two lives? Then don't you got a birthday that's about you? A birthday that's only for you? That's a special day. Why do I need the government or whoever sets these days to say that this is the day, the National Day of Love? Because the National Day of Love for us is the day that when we both committed to one another. But keep it a buck. Are people really applying that? Are they really showing love on a regular? It depends. Everybody's relationship is different. But so are you saying that we need a national day? And this is a response from somebody on TikTok. They told me to keep it a buck. Are people really applying that? Are they really showing love on a regular? I don't know what people do in a relationship. I guess maybe the consensus probably not, because we get content in our relationships. We forget to value that person. Each and every day we go through the world that we live in, the society that we go through with work and family and bills and stuff like that. So we sometimes get caught up in that and we don't value the person that we have. We look into the bad things and their flaws instead of just valuing them, and sometimes that gets lost. So I got it. Maybe that's a year to remind each and every one of us that, hey, I got somebody that I love. I don't need that. And I hope we can get to a point where we don't need it, because also I haven't talked about the other part of that. These days are days where guess what? the businesses, the people, they're taking money out of your pocket. They're making money off these national holidays. They're making money off of you. Okay, you said yes, exactly. So why downplay a little chance to express that your person is important? Why do I need a day to tell me that? I mean, I, I just, I'm saying I don't think so. I just don't think you need it. I think because sometimes that day it could be a falsehood. It could be a false pretense of showering you and showing you that I love you because I just feel like I'm pressured to do it because everybody is doing it. So how sincere is it? The sincerity comes in when someone doesn't have to tell you to do something or there's nothing to remind you that you have to do it, like National Valentine's Day. I take more like I get more out of when someone does for me without me saying anything or someone even telling me that I know it came from their pure heart. It came from them their mind and not just someone just saying. For most women, it doesn't have to be expensive, just thoughtful. Okay. I don't need it either. However, it would be nice. Okay. But see, your thought process and how you would like, based on what you said, that I would do it. I'm not saying that I don't do it. I'm just saying there are women out there that are so pressuring these guys to be able to do these things. And I'm I'm going to still do it. But I've gotten to a place in my life where if I don't, what is it, put so much pressure on myself, and I'm definitely not going to take any pressure from anyone to say, well, we need to do this, or I want to do this, or you need to get me this. I'm not doing that. Allow me to do what's on my heart. Allow me to show you how much I care for you, whether it's a rose, some roses, whether I take you out to dinner, whether I got you a nice gift, or whatever it is. I just want someone to appreciate whatever efforts I make. I don't need, I'm saying it because I stayed in a relationship where holidays weren't important to him. Okay. And maybe he didn't value you enough. And I think that's the compromise. So as I speak on this, I'm not saying that because it may not be as important to me, but because I love you and because I care for you, because I like you so much, and it is important to you, I will make it a priority in my life. But I'm just stating my viewpoint on what I believe and how I think about it. And I think that's maybe something that he wasn't at a level probably in his life at that time, or I don't know, maybe I don't know how recent your relationship was, but you know, and what I'm saying is men have to still make efforts. And I'm not saying don't denounce or just throw it out the window. I'm just saying, it don't make it such an importance in your relationship that it's a make or break. You see what I'm saying? And that's something that you guys have to communicate to one another and talk about. I knew he loved me, so I compromised. But as I said, it would have been nice. Okay, I got you. I got you. So I'm not telling you guys, men or ladies, that hey, your man should not be doing anything. I'm just asking, why do females make Valentine's Day so important? Don't make it the center of your relationship. Don't make it a deal breaker. Don't make it a make or break, what I'm saying? And like, girl, he didn't do nothing and everything. Don't get so bent out of shape if he doesn't really view it that important. Like you said, it doesn't mean that he doesn't like you, love you, or care for you. All right. So, you know, prioritize other things within your relationship and bring them to the forefront. That's what I'm saying. I said he was a great man. Don't forget the last part, sir. I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. Um, so hey, just ask yourself that, ladies. Why do females make Valentine's Day so important? That's all I'm asking. All right, man. We have come to the end. We have come to the end of today's episode. Real talk with your boy MRK Coffee. Good morning. I'm still sipping on mine. And I appreciate all you guys coming in, tuning in for today. Make sure you guys tune in every day, Mondays through Fridays. It goes live 10:30 to 11:30 on YouTube. Go ahead there and subscribe, Facebook and Instagram. That's where I'll be. That's where you can see me. We're gonna continue to get better at the pod, and I'm gonna continue to bring more things to you to the forefront. Educate you, discuss things topics that people probably don't want to discuss. So I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast for today. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. Y'all take care. Have a terrific Thursday. All right. Spotify. I'll be putting it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts later on these episodes. But as of right now, I'm on YouTube, Instagram. I'm on my Facebook account. That's where we would go live. And so YouTube, you can go to my YouTube. It's MRK Dreams Big, at MRK Dreams Big. That is my channel. Definitely go ahead and subscribe and like. I appreciate you guys. You guys remember, always continue to strive for your goals. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Continue to push forward. All right. I'm Martez Raphael Kirkland, and that is Real Talk with MRK Coffee in the Morning, man. Until tomorrow, you guys take care. Thank you.